I don't know, screens to keep our privacy, perhaps something, some measures that certain animals should get in, and that's all. But you know, in India, I was working a long time in India, people don't live in the house, they simply bought the house. The house is simply their place, and they keep the things they don't want to get stored. It is a sort of thing. And so it's a completely other idea. Palaces of Indian emperors were simply covered with canvas. And in Indonesia, everywhere I met this. Even in China, second China, I saw palaces which were essentially gardens. There were some pavilions, but the important was the garden. So we had to get rid of our idea, which is very Western, to violate, to impose ourselves on the nature. Perhaps we can live with the nature. It's a long reflection necessary. What we call nature. I am here in half an hour speaking in a very simplified way.
Okay, what we could tell is that with you, the aim, because you promote in a certain way the aim of architecture, and the way you promote that, I don't want to tell that you promote now. It's not the end, but you are very optimistic in that way, because for you, the architecture way of today, the facadism we call in French, it would be disappear, and you are very optimistic, and that's why I told you this morning that you are the first extra historic vision about the city, because the city is founding on the earth, on the ground, and you promote a ground zero. In fact, if we play with the word, non-earth architecture, and for the future,
I'm not historic. It's history but changed. History is not the same. You don't need city walls to protect yourself. You don't need a tight, compact city to have your phone network. You know, it is history that changed. And I think there comes a new element again. Perhaps aesthetics, in a way, but not making mediocre sculpture, but perhaps seeing it in a larger way. Perhaps I'm always thinking the great invention, specific to humanity, is aesthetics. It's not science, it's not mathematics, it's not language, it's aesthetics. Dogs have their aesthetic. I don't know, I am not a dog. But I think it is a characteristic of our species, our aesthetics. And this was not suppressed, but left in a second level. Perhaps it emerges, and perhaps it emerges in another way, not like artwork, but perhaps something collective. My Ville Spatial is not an art object, it's an installation which changes all the time. And I think that's it.
But it's an invention.
It's a very important thing. You live in them, in space.
Okay. Do you have some, maybe, do you have some question?
Yes, I will address audience. Yeah, we will see if we have questions. Are there questions?
Maybe clarification?
Sorry?
Clarification?
Come closer.
No, about the question that one should not block the climate change, one should go with nature. I don't understand it because the climate change is not nature, it's man-made and deliberately by specific political, economic, capitalist paradigms. Yeah.
Climate change is the fact of human. The fact of human is not natural, and you don't follow. She don't understand this fact because the human beings not follow the climate because the climate change because of the human action on it.
Yeah, but the human being is simply an animal species like an Utopia. It is a part of nature. I don't say humanity as a, if you want, in opposition. I don't know, I don't hear well, and I didn't hear well your question. But I don't say that if we reduce too much technical intervention of the hardware level, I don't say that this is against the human species. Our thing is the way we think, how we produce concepts. Concepts are not hardware, but they are more important, and our concepts are not in conflict necessarily to nature. So I think I'm always against the idea that environment and human is in collision. No, human beings are environment. And for example, always society, man and environment, society, man, that there are other human beings, and I have some link with them. That's very important. If I have no link and no other human beings, I would be very sad.
Yes, there is one more question.
Hi, this is a follow-up to the last comment. Sit down. Alright. Hi. This is a follow-up to the last question, which is, I agree. I think there is even a thinking called social ecology. Mel Bookchin was an anarchist thinker, philosopher who talked a lot about humans being a part of the ecology. And I agree with the idea that we're not outside of the environment, we are a part of it. But precisely for this reason, I also think that you can't also exclude the human element in whatever happens in the ecology. We're a part of it. So how can we think about all of these changes you're talking about without also thinking about capitalism and the devastation that it is producing throughout the world? So I want to understand where within your very utopic visions, which I admire and like, is a kind of critical aspect in relation to this very violent processes of development and destruction and ravaging, the world, which I think is not about, excluding the human element from the environment. It's understanding we're an intrinsic part of it, but there's a paradigm, we're living.
What is your question?
I think it's clear.